So now that you know what's happening here, we're getting back the data in a form of array, JSON array. The first index was error, and we're checking if this index error has been set to true. That means that obviously there is a problem. So if there is a problem, we are going to loop through our fields, because obviously if I open this file again, you see that the second index is fields. So let's first, I'll show you how we're gonna loop, which is $ and each, and now we use data fields, and then we do comma and function, and within the function we're gonna have key and value, so k and v. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to basically create a class out of the key. If we look at our index.php, you may remember that we've assigned the class to our table headings, where our labels are, with the same name of the class as the name of the field itself. The same for full name, we've assigned the class to our table heading full name. So now we're using this in order to append, using append, jQuery append class, function. We're going to append the message. We're going to put it within the span with the class warn, and our message will be plus. Our message will be populated from the array as well as the value, then plus, and we close our span here. So that's our message appended. And now the warn class has display none assigned to it, and I've done it on purpose because what I want to do, I want to fade it in. So warn, after all this, fade in, and let's assign a speed of 500 to this. Okay, so that's when we have problems. Now, if we haven't got any problems, what we want to do, we want to make our newsletter form to fade out, again speed 500, and a callback will be after the comma function. So once the form has faded out, this is what we're going to do next. And what it's going to be, we will simply use our div newsletter form, which is wrapping our form basically. We hide it, then we feed it with the data.message, because obviously this is if error isn't true, this is else condition. So obviously if error is true, we've got all these fields. If error is false, as you may remember, instead of fields we have message, and this message will be passed to this specific element. So we've got data message, we put inside of this newsletter form div, and then fade in 500 as well. So that's all fine. One last thing before we start testing it is our else statement. So we should do dot this way. Okay, let's copy this entire, actually I'm going to move it this way so we can see the whole thing. Copy this newsletter form div, and this time we're going to simply put HTML with paragraph error occurred, closing paragraph, and we will fade it in as well, 500 with the speed 500. Okay, I think everything is ready. One last thing, we didn't assign any classes to our form field, so they may look a little bit odd. If we simply assign class FLD to our name, full name, and email input field, if we save it, open our browser, refresh, hey, it's all looking good. Okay, refresh the form, click on submit without anything. Hey, our validation shows up. Now if I fill it in with some information, and now submit, form fades out, but hey, message doesn't fade in. So let's quickly check what's going on here. If we go back to our functions.js, make sure that everything has a proper names here. Message. Yeah, that seems fine. Of course, sorry, I put dots here. It's obviously incorrect. It should be without dots. This $sign and then obviously the name of the element on the page within the brackets. So let's now save this file again. Go back to the browser, refresh, submit again, phase out, and a confirmation phase in. So that's everything in this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you in the next videos.